Well,
All right.
put it on comments. And I don't see anyone yet. So
Me neither.
that's okay because I am going to post a comment.
You are you?
Yeah. Doctors, lawyers. Oh, hello, Marion.
Hello, Marion.
How do you spell financial? I think I spelled it wrong. Financial experts. You need to talk to people who are give advice. Okay, so I'm posting that so people can read it. Hello, Carol. Hi, Marion.
Carol.
And Carol, you don't have to look at the place I sent you the MLS listing on. It turns out there's $100,000 levy coming on it. So you can stand down. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Faye. And we're just going to get a few more people on. But for those of you who are on, I just posted that please remember that we're not doctors, lawyers, or financial experts. So if you need to talk to people who are, if we give advice, because yeah, I know it seemed dirt cheap, didn't it, Carol? It's like, wow, what a great deal. So, so I know you guys know it because you've been to me, but there are apparently some people who do not realize that when we say stuff that they have to use that grain of salt with it and to really listen to their own instincts. Hi, Christina.
Hi,
okay,
Christina.
Sean, and we have Penelope on. Hello, Penelope and Rachel. And let's start with Marion.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, I'm going to pull a card out of pile number 1. Marion. This is, as you know, the Magician, which means, hello, Brenda, that there are things that can happen inside of your life when you least expect it, and you always have the tools to make it happen. So remember to dive into that little black bag you have and pull out what you need. There are some things that are going to be changing around you here in the near future, some work being done, and I don't know if you have to pitch in and help or whether you're going to have to stand over someone and make sure the job gets done. But you'll have your little black bag and you can pull out the tools as they need them, maybe.
And I pulled for you coming to life. And what it's telling me is that whatever you're working on right now is about to blossom and come into full view. And that you've done all the groundwork now. So now it's just the finishing touches. So it's like the last stage of finishing a brand new house. It's just all those finishing little touch-up paint jobs, piece of trim here, and voila. It'll all come to life.
That will be nice because it's been a long time in happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is Carol. And Carol, this 8 of coins, I had to look. And this is about making money. This is your trade in life. But I also think you're going to be signing some legal papers, Carol. And this has to do with you personally. I do not believe it is work related. So you may be purchasing something and it could be as small as a wash machine. Okay, there's something circular, so it could be a washer, a tire that you need to replace, or a fan belt. But on top of all that, there's still the idea and concept that you're going to have money around you now and in your future.
Well, I pulled for you my favorite card. See if I can get myself orientated. It's the Field of Dreams. And I'm being told that there are great things coming to maturity for you. That there are many seeds that you've planted over the years, and the harvest of those seeds will be coming up very quickly here. like between now and the new year. So, yay.
Yeah, he is right. So Lisa, I pulled the 6 of
Yeah, you go ahead.
Wands. Okay, and the 6 of Wands is about celebration. It could be about a wedding. It could be about a birthday, an anniversary. So some sort of celebration that you're going to be attending. And it could even be in person by the looks of it. But if it is, it's going to be a small, like maybe 3 or 4 people. But again, right now, given that COVID's raising its ugly head, please make sure you wear your mask if you go out. But this is normally also about a relationship, and it's about bringing forward a relationship and developing it to a higher standard that you would like to see. All right. So that was for Lisa, Sean.
That's for Lisa, right?
Yeah.
And I chose for you the balancing act. Left is right, right is left. Takes a little bit.
It does.
And the message I'm getting with the balancing act is that right now it's just that. You need to make sure that you're balancing your work and your rest, your efforts into other things, and your efforts into your relationships. And mostly I'm being talked to about a relationship that you need to make sure that you're balancing the amount of energy that you're putting into it.
Okay. So Faye, this is the 10 of Swords, and this is normally, well, in this particular case, as you can see, the swords are in the person's back. So I am going to tell you and your husband to be careful lifting anything heavy, that you don't put your back out. And if you do, lay on the floor for a day or two off and on, just to help align it. And in actual fact, if you take a towel and you roll it and you put it right down your spine if you've hurt your back, it actually seems to help it a little bit. But like I said up there, I'm not a nurse or a doctor, so you might also want to talk to a chiropractor or a massage therapist if you do put your back out. But so, Faye, honey, please be careful lifting anything heavy.
Well, funnily enough, I pulled the strength card for you. So I'm being told that you need to ask for help. Whether it's the weight of the world or the weight of something you're trying to move, ask for help. Get somebody to help carry that burden and that weight for you.
You know what that made me think of? You ever gone bowling, Faye? And you get all ready and you're winding up and you bring your arm back and you throw, and then you do that cross-legged thing. Maybe you're going bowling. Okay, you're doing something where you're rolling a ball. So just be careful. So next is Christina. All right, and Kristen. Okay, Christina. I picked the 3 of Cups. Okay, I was going to say the 3 of Coins, which normally means the writing's on the wall. Whatever it is you're going into, obviously emotional happiness attached to it or satisfaction attached to it. And there could be a little money switching of hands, so you could be getting a different job as well. And or you're getting a raise in pay, one or the other. And this is all about celebrating it, Christina. So be open and celebrate. Bless you.
I chose for you the Deep Freeze card.
And that's for Penelope next.
No. No. I chose this for Rachel. And
no, for Christina.
Christina, sorry. And what I'm being told is that this is a good time just to maintain the status quo. Don't push ahead on any new projects. Just continue with the effort that you're putting in now, and just kind of creep along. That spring is just around the corner.
A few months around the corner there, Sean.
Well, not in life.
Okay.
There is no real seasons in life that way.
Hi, Rachel. I hope you're doing fine. And Rachel, this is clarity of thought. This is coming above the issue, looking at it, making a decision. new starts, new beginnings around it, but it's also wearing the crown of victory. So whatever it is you're doing, and if there's people talking behind your back sort of idea, this is you coming out smelling a lot better than you thought you were going to. So this is, be proud of who you are and what you've accomplished, and don't be afraid. Like, I don't feel like you're backslagging them, but I'm going to say don't be afraid to stand up for yourself as well. That's for Rachel.
Yeah. Well, I chose the storm fields for you. And as you can see, it's a little bit of a bumpy road ahead. This is a great opportunity for change right now. The great thing about the storms is that they come in, they wash away all the stuff that needs to be washed away to create room for new stuff. And yeah, it can leave some wreckage and turmoil in its path, but it refreshes everything. And I'm kind of getting the message that now is a great time to be refreshing everything for you. And it sounds like it's work related.
Yeah. So, Penelope, I went to pull your card and I ended up with 2. The 7 of coins, watching your money, and the 3 of wands, which is normally looking at maybe a short trip somewhere, but you may have to postpone it till March or April. And it could also be looking at taking that money and doing something in March or April for yourself, and could even be looking at a new home, like moving just south. That's north. If he's looking that way, that's north. Could just be a little north of where you are now.
And I pulled for you, Penelope, the intention card. And the message that's coming through with it is for you to be clear about what your intentions are before you do anything. Take the time to think about it, figure out what it is, the outcome that you want out of it, and focus on that intention when you're doing whatever task it is you're doing.
Okay, and next is Brenda. And hello, Brenda. And right after Brenda, because I don't see Sandra, but I made a promise that I would always pull a card for her, we'll do Sandra and then we'll continue on. So, Brenda, I pulled the 7, or wow, I cannot see the numbers for the life of me. The 4 of wands. And I actually think this might be about Christy, Brenda, and that there is something coming forward and that she is getting back on track, and that there is some health healing here to be done, and it's going to happen. But for you too, what it does is say celebration. So that job you're looking for, this says that you're going to get the job that you're looking for. Again, I do not feel like it's full-time. I think it's only going to be part-time, Brenda.
And Brenda, I chose for you the Metamorphosis card. And though I say I chose, I didn't really choose. The deck tells me which card to take as I go through it. I don't see the card until after I pull it, until it comes out of the deck. But the message I'm getting is that this is a time where the butterfly is going to come out of its cocoon. This is a time where there's going to be a blossoming of things, and what are you laughing about?
The dogs.
Oh yeah, they're having a dog fight in the background. They've been fighting all night. This is a great time for you where things are just going to come into full bloom and tuition for you. So relax, enjoy it, and celebrate it.
Okay. So quickly going to say hello to Tracy, Jerry, Jeanette, and Kathy.
Yeah.
And who else? Liam and Heather. And we will get to you.
That part down yet.
No, I know. I'm just saying we're going to get to you. But Tracy, just before we read for you, I'd like to do Sandra. And Sandra, if you're watching, hopefully, or if not, you watch it later, you'll see this. And this is the death card. And as I tell everyone again, death card does not mean death. It does mean, Sandra, you could be going through some turmoil and trying to make decisions around things. And in the process of making decisions, you may feel like you're pulled in a whole bunch of different directions, but not to worry, because you're the one in the driver's seat. And at the end of the day, you're going to make the choice of what you want to do and where you want to do it. So hang in there, Sandra. It is going to get better.
And I pulled for you, Sandra. Yeah, let's see if I can get it showing here. Ride the wave. And as you can see, they're having a great time riding the wave. And there's a wave of great stuff coming, is what I'm being told. There's some really good stuff coming your way just now. And now's a great time to just enjoy that ride.
Okay, so Tracy, hi, how are you? I saw that you guys in Alberta were getting quite the snowstorm in some places, and friends sent me pictures. Anyways, Tracy, I picked the world, and I love the world card in a deck, depending on what deck it is. It's very much about you coming above everything. And again, sort of like I said to Sandra, you're in the driver's seat. What do you want to do? Right now, I would say if you can, take some downtime. Not that we all aren't getting a lot of that being at home, but take some downtime and sort of make a list of what would you like to do with your life in the next little while. And Tracy, I don't know if there's a William or a Gladys or someone around you who's passed, but I'm sort of picking up there's a and I'm pegging this to be grandfathers or a mom, that they're just around you and they want you to know that they're giving you comfort. And I don't know, there's actually a blue blanket, but they're showing me the color blue, like a nice pretty blue, like a robin eggs blue. And they're saying, wrap up in the blanket and keep warm.
Well, and I chose for you protecting treasure. And I'm getting a very clear message that this is a good time for you to not make any major purchases. This is a good time for you to really think about what you're buying and what you're doing. It feels like there's a major change coming, and it's not that you'll need the money for the change. It's that when the change happens, the things that you're considering now will change with it.
Yeah. Well, Jerry, you're next. And I picked the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is saying that you're coming to the end of a difficult period inside your life. And when I say difficult, I don't always mean you're struggling with something. It could be a decision you're trying to make. It could be that you've been painting a room and, oh my God, I'm finally done in the room. And so you're coming to the end of something, but it's a project of some sort. And as you come to the end of it, you're going to find that, wow, I did better than I thought. When you go back and look at it, you're going to find that the craftsmanship, whatever you put into it, whether it was your own labor or you hired someone to do it, that the craftsmanship was worth the money. And I also feel like if I was to look at work, that there is going to be a new journey around you where employment is concerned. And I don't know if you work for yourself or not, but it could be that you're doing something that is geared for you, not necessarily for everyone else. Again, it says that you're going to get through it. It may be difficult at times, but that Nine of Wands says that you come past the struggle and you're standing there. Take some time, breathe, and then start another project.
I chose for you the magic prayer, Jerry. And right now, I have an angel sitting on right by my left shoulder, or actually standing by my left shoulder. And she's saying to me that this is the time where you need to go find someplace quiet by yourself and do a prayer where you're asking for whatever it is you want, that the angels are listening, and that what you want, the thing you want most of all in your heart of hearts, they can grant to you now. It's a great time for a quiet prayer And just remember to say thank you in that prayer, because that prayer is going to get answered.
Yeah. So hello, Jeanette. I'm doing fine. Sean, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Ate too
Okay.
much liquor.
Well, and I ate too much soup. So, Jeanette, I picked the Ace of Wands. Now, the ace in every deck, every ace, normally has the theme of new starts around it. But this is an offer being given to you. And it's something like work. Okay, they are saying it's like work. And there's an offer of employment coming towards you. Now, you're going to look at it. I'm not 100% sure you're going to take it. So, I would tell you to trust your instincts and to make sure that it resonates with you if this is really what you want. And the other thing is, I'm a firm believer, like if it's a lateral move and the money's still the same, that's sort of a give or take issue. But if it's a move that's going to allow you to make more money, it's definitely worth looking at. Okay, and before Sean reads his, I just want to point out there are times where I or Sean will say, or Penelope, if she happens to be on the show, where we'll say, if you feel lucky, play the lottery. That's a common sense thing. And that's not, we're not telling you or encouraging you to gamble. What we're just saying is if you feel lucky, because there are people out there who do feel lucky and they buy a ticket. So if you do feel lucky, I'm going to say go ahead and buy one. But remember, that's your common sense. We're not instructing you to go out and buy a lottery ticket or gamble on a daily basis.
No, far from it.
No.
But what I will tell you is there's no wrong. You're about to make a choice, and there is no wrong choice for you. Either way, whatever choice you make, and I do feel it's centered around career, it's going to be a good choice. There's no wrong choice. You just have the opportunity to make a choice. And both ways will work out for you.
Yeah. Well, hello, Kathy. How's the
Hi,
weather
Kathy.
down there? Are you all past the hurricanes and everything? And now you got the hurricane of the leftover presidential race. Wow. I don't envy you guys at all. Kathy, this is in November. Okay, you got someone who's coming to visit. It could be a friend, an old friend, and it could be by Skype, by phone, by FaceTime, by a text messages, but they are going to be in touch with you. Okay, and when they're in touch, I am saying get back in touch with them because they have, like, either they've traveled recently and gone through something, or they finally got back into the country, but they've got some exciting news to share. So get back in touch.
And I chose for you this evening the Magic Stream card. And the beautiful thing about the Magic Stream card is that it's just telling you that things are in flow. Things are in flow in your life. So if you've been struggling around certain things, they're just going to level out. And life is going to be one of those things where it's just nice and gentle and everything seems to click and everything puts together well. So if you're kicking off a new project, this is a great time to do it. And if you're getting close to the end of another project, things are going to flow really smoothly right through the end of it.
Yeah. Okay, so Liam is next. And it just sort of got really hot in our apartment. I can see it in my face. I'm all blotchy. But Liam, I picked the 8 of Wands. And this is definitely like a challenge coming towards you. And this could be a challenge from spirit. It could be challenging you to open up a little bit more. It could be saying, hey, you know, you're intuitive. You should be listening to the messages coming towards you. And it could also be a challenge as in I'm going to say it could be work because wands are normally work, but it could also be a challenge in communication with someone, like actually getting your point across without losing your cool. And so I'm just going to say, think the words before you say them. Don't be me. Don't use your outside voice on your inside voice on your outside voice, because I do it all the time.
Well, the card I chose for you, Liam, is listening. And it is one of the hardest things to do and one of the greatest things you can do. So I'm being told that you need to listen to your inner self, let go of your outer self for a little while, listen to your inner self, and you'll be guided in the direction you need to go.
All right. So there's Sharon, who also asked if we could pull a card for her friend Tammy. So I'm going to pull for Sharon first, and then I'll pull for Tammy. Sharon, emotional happiness, being content with the way your life is going and knowing that it's going in the right direction. And this says that everything around you will be fulfilled. And if you think it, you can achieve it, sort of idea, Sharon. Okay. And then, Tammy, something about justice, like having to sit in, what's the word I'm thinking of? Where you're sitting there and having to make a choice about something. But it could also be that she's facing some sort of court case. And if she's patient and she has the right counsel around her, and maybe that's the whole theme, is the idea of having the right counsel to get to where she needs to be. Okay, Sean, I'll let you pull for both of them.
Sharon, I pulled for you the Strength card. And what I'm being told is that you need to stand strong in your convictions now. Whatever your convictions are around it, it's a particular topic that you're dealing with right now, and there's some turmoil in it. I'm being told that you need to stand strong on your position in it. That whatever it is, just stand strong and it will resolve itself.
So,
and for Tammy, I pulled rock bottom.
oh, that is.
And if you look at it, it's a mirror image up and down, side to side. And the great thing about rock bottom is there's only one way to go from there. And it's not a bad card. Most people don't like this card, but actually this card just says that you're at a great place of change, and that everything from every step you take from this point onward is up. So it's your life's in an upward swing and an upward movement, and just keep walking ahead.
Yeah. It's the only thing you can do, one step in front of the other.
Yes.
Okay, so I see a Christy, and I know we haven't read for her, but I remember mentioning something. But Christy is for you, the 9 or the Hermit, and this is about looking back at where you've been, and if you're making choices that are similar to what were in the past, maybe you have to relook at it and think, did that work for me before? Because if it didn't work, then why are you doing the same thing now? So there are things inside your life, Christy, that you are going to have to change.
It's not often that the spirit that shows up here with a message for someone in particular actually announces who they are. But I've talked with this particular spirit before, and he's always delightful, if not a little crass. I'll show you the card I pulled for you. Cleaning house. And it's talking about a metaphorical house. It's talking about your mental well-being and the way you do things. And the gentleman who showed up this evening actually coined a really great phrase. He said the definition of insanity is to continue doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. I'm sure everybody's heard of him. His name's Albert Einstein. He is kind of fun to have come and visit. And that's the message I'm getting directly from him for you tonight is look at what you're doing. Look at what you've done in the past. If it hasn't worked for you in the past, not going to work for you in the future.
Yeah, exactly. So we have Catherine. Hi, Catherine. How are you, honey?
Where are you at, Catherine?
Well, we did
I'm
Christy.
at Rachel.
Yeah, we've done Rachel and then Penelope.
Okay.
And
then Tracy.
And Sandra, who I pull for no matter whether I see her or not, she says to thank us. Tracy, Catherine.
Oh, okay. Catherine Ann, yes.
She is Faye's daughter. Okay. Yes, I said that right. Okay, so I picked the Empress, and this is about you. The Empress normally represents the person the card is pulled for. And Catherine, unless you're planning on having more babies, I keep the penny between your knees, but that could be someone connected to you as well. But it's owning your own power. It's owning the goddess inside of you and being proud of who she is and proud of where you've been and where you are now. Okay, so be open to accepting compliments, congratulations, and don't just brush them off, okay? Catherine, be open and say thank you. Be proud of what you've done. Or better yet, what you're going to do.
And every great fire starts with a spark. And I'm being told that there is a great fire raging inside of you, that your spark and your light is a gift to the world. So rock on and shine on.
Okay, so Kathy says that they're expecting another hurricane, Florida first and then them. Okay, I'm really going to say, you guys, you need to batten down this time. Could be a little worse than the last one by the feels of it. And Jeanette says, thank you so much. Everything lately seems to be foreshadowing a change in her job this month, and she's cautiously optimistic. Hey, Jeanette, remember that if you put it out there, if you can see the job coming towards you that you want, and you put your resume out, you've done all the stuff that would bring it towards you, then it can happen. Okay? And that's part of when you think of The Secret, and you've ever watched the DVD or read the book. I wasn't thrilled with the book, but I loved the DVD. And the idea is that with The Secret, you can visualize what you want, but you are the person responsible for putting it into motion. So just keep that in mind. And that goes for everyone who's watching. Hello, Amanda. Hope you're doing fine. And then we have Amanda, Nikki. Okay, Amanda and Nikki are next. Okay, Amanda, let's see what I and Sean pull for you. I know that wasn't proper English. Ooh, making a decision, but trusting your instincts in the process, Amanda. It's like having faith in your belief that when you make your decision, you're making the right decision because it's based on everything. Your inspiration, your intuitiveness, and your cognitive thought of weighing the pros and cons of knowing that when you make it, you're listening to everything that's coming around into you and around you, so that you're making the decision based on trust. It looks like it's going to be a good decision. So I would say trust yourself and batten down the hatches.
And the card I pulled for you was the Wizard of Awareness. So it's saying when you go to make that decision, just be aware of what you're looking at. Be aware of what your tendencies are. And just be aware of all the I's and T's and make sure they're crossed and dotted. Otherwise, It's going to be a good, whatever you choose will work out just fine.
Hi, Nikki. She wants to know if we have anything coming towards her or up for her. I picked the Wheel of Fortune. And with this one, First of all, you got a message coming from Arizona, so someone's going to be in touch with you who has been there or is going there or lives there, and they're just telling you, like, sort of playing catch up about what's going on inside their life or what has happened. Then you got a T, like a Thomas, a Tony, Teresa, Terry, who's going to be in touch with you as well. But there's also educational opportunities, hence all the books there, if you can see them all in four corners. And maybe you should get a journal and start writing out your thoughts, because you never know. You might be the person writing this book.
Well, and I pulled for you Stuck in the Mud. And I'm being told that that's how you feel lately. You feel like you're stuck in the mud of your life. And that the spirits on the other side are saying the only one who can change that is you. And you have it in you. You have the power in you. And they understand there's fear around change. But if you want something different, they say that you've got the power to have whatever different you want. So put up or shut up. Sorry, but that's what I'm being told.
Okay. So Kathy says, Sean, you're so right. I don't know what you said. I can't remember, but I feel so positive for my future. Happiness is coming my way. And then she says, and Darcy, my brother lived in Louisiana. He sold his house. He's going to stay with my sister in Alabama, and I'm sure they will come see me. So that's good. Family. Just make them wear their mask. Well, thank you, Taryn. That's a very nice compliment. So Taryn is next. And for Taryn, this is a shift or a move, Taryn. And legal papers to be, do you see where I am? And legal papers to be signed. But this is all good. So you could be selling something or you could be buying something. But this is about being intact with your surrounding, like sort of like being in the now and listening to yourself. So it could be your intuitive ability is opening up a little more, and you may find that things are beginning to fall into place the way you want them, even though if you look at the outside world, it doesn't look so promising right now. But I do believe we're coming for a break. All right.
And I pulled for you the Solitude card. And I'm being told that the best thing for you right now, like the lighthouse keeper, is to find some time to be by yourself. Some time to take to yourself, to reflect on everything, look at everything, and just be able to have a clear picture of what's coming in the future and what you've been through, so that you don't repeat the same habit over and over again.
Okay, so Rochelle is on now, and she said she received bad news last night in regards to her career. Do you see anything positive coming? I feel so lost now and anxious. And thank you. And Sean, she says you have a nice haircut.
Well, thank you. Michelle, I'm getting a really clear message from the other side. And it says when one door closes, another one opens. And generally the one that opens is better than the one that closed. So I think whatever's happening is going to work out good for you. Might be a little bumpy for a month or two, but you'll be fine.
Yeah, and I agree with that because I picked the sun, and this is celebration. This is good news coming towards you. So maybe look at it like that. Maybe the job's giving you the kick in the ass that you should have done a few months ago. And so make sure you get your resume out there and look everywhere. Look at government, federal, provincial. And yes, it's going to take a while, like Sean said, but this is good news coming towards you and celebration. Okay, so I believe we have Heather. Heather number 3. Hi, Heather. I think I missed you too, but sometimes you don't always catch up to I sort of expected you right behind Liam, but I didn't see you. So, Heather. All right. So, Sean, you want to pull one for Heather first?
Yep.
Okay.
I actually already did. I pulled Metamorphosis.
Oh, nice.
It's just emphasizing that this is a time of change and to not worry about the time of change because everything changes. Everything has its season. And I'm really just being told that you need to breathe, relax, let it change because everything that's changing is changing for the better. So
Okay.
just hang there.
And Heather, I'm going to add to that because obviously either you guys moved or you've shifted something because you've left stuff behind. Okay. And this is your old baggage. Notice how the person's moving forward. They're just leaving this behind. And the instinct for most people, Heather, is to look back and think, should I have done it a different way? But if you've already done it, it's too late to change it. And you might want to change it the next time around. But right now, Sean's right. In whatever you have done, you've gone in the right direction, both you and Liam. And so in the process, just keep moving forward. All right. You're doing excellent. I don't suppose, Sean, would you know if Heather's a mom and Liam's a dad? Since they're friends of yours? Is Heather a mom?
Yes.
Heather,
and Liam's a dad.
Okay. Well, I need you guys to know you are really good parents. I'm being told, and Liam, I think it might be your dad or your grandfather who's saying it. So I'm just going to put it out there. You are fantastic parents, and remember that and be proud of each other for it. Okay, Liam, you don't always listen, but that's okay. All right. Christy says thank you. And Liam asks, do I have a guardian angel? What could you tell me about this? So, Sean, do you have anything?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, my head is totally blank on this.
Mm-hmm. Well, I see a guy as your guardian angel, a male. And he has learned over the years that the best thing to do with you is just to give you gentle nudges. You don't really respond well to big nudges. You can be very resistant. But he says, just let you know that he's there and that he's there because he loves you and it's his choice. And rock on.
Yeah. And everyone's saying thank you and laugh out loud. So, okay. Sean, do you have any information you want to hand on to as a general consensus to everyone? Anything that's popping into your head?
If you have a large volume of stocks in the stock market, get out now.
And remember to talk to a legal advisor.
Yes. Talk to your financial advisor, but I'm pretty sure your financial advisor is going to give you the same advice right now. Congratulations, President Biden, for winning the election.
And I was right. Out with the one and in with the new. Yay!
Oh, yeah.
So, Fred,
yeah.
give me your picture so I can show it off again. Okay, and so for those of you who saw Ashley's picture on Thursday, here it is, finished, right? Are we done, Ash?
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm trying to talk her into doing portraits because she's very good at it. So I thought I'd share that because a lot of people saw it on Thursday, or Wednesday. So that's what's happened in a few days. Heather says,
Shannon, there's time for you to sneak in.
Yes, that's Sharon.
Sharon. Sorry,
Yeah.
Michael, I got the wrong glasses tonight, so I can't.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to answer what Heather said. She said, thank you. Yes, we have 4 boys between the 2 of us. Oh, my God. Good luck. And all 4 are amazing boys. Liam is an awesome dad. We are moving next Monday. Some hiccups today with documents, but I think we're okay. Oh, you're excellent. And so you're moving into a new place because they did show you were moving. And if you, whether it's new or not, maybe get some sage and sage the place. before you go in, and just make sure the energy is all clear. And one of the boys marked their boxes, because I think when it comes time for unpacking, it's going somewhere it shouldn't. So just mark the boxes. Hey, Shar. Yes, there is time. Okay. So, Sean, do you have a card for Shar? Ooh. Okay. And it is Sharon, but I know her as Shar. Okay, this is balancing money and making things work for yourself. But you notice water in the background? So maybe in the spring you're going to make a decision and you're still going to live around water. So there's still going to be water around you, but in the proper way, Shar. Not in the house, outside. Adds a little story to that.
Well, and I chose for you the unexpected visitors. So I'm not getting that it's a physical visitor. It's somebody that's going to come to you in a dream with a message, or some message that's going to be left that's obvious to you that it's a message. And it's a good message. It's an answer to a question that you've been asking. So just hang tight. The message is on its way.
And Liam said thank you. And Jeanette said, how wonderful, terrific job.
You jumped over Kathy.
Oh, I missed Kathy, yes. Kathy, Sean, are there any angels there with you with any message for me? And if so, who and what? I'll leave that to you.
Yeah.
Okay, Shar. Well, you answer, Kathy. I'll show Shar again.
Yeah.
Whoops.
They're not saying anything specific at this moment. There are several angels here with me, but they're actually here for me this evening. And that's a much bigger story that we don't have time for this evening. But if they do, I can always pass messages along, or you can always reach out at my email, which you can see at the bottom of the screen there.
Yeah. Okay, so Bianca wants to know if her and her husband will conceive in 2020. Oh, sorry. See, I saw 2021, but it says 2020. Well, I guess you're going to have to get to work. There's not many weeks left in 2020, Bianca. So I don't know. Talk to your doctor. Find out. Make sure everything's working and just go for it. But I'm leaning to 2021.
Yeah, so am I.
So... Okay, so Heather says, right, that's good. And Heather, don't forget to pack a picnic lunch. I've moved so many times that one of the things I've learned, instead of having to run out and find food, it's easier to have a picnic lunch packed, and then all you have to do is unpack it. Sure, maybe it may not be McDonald's French fries, but at least it's there and everyone can dip into the basket whenever they get a little hungry. Amanda, so Sunday my vacuum came on by itself. It said, hello, let's start cleaning. Vacuum is located in the living room and I was in the bedroom. So when I went out to check it out, the battery was completely dead. Then it started saying recharge. So was it just a robot malfunction or someone touched it, laughed out loud? Okay, I'm going with robot malfunction. I'm not feeling it was a person.
Yeah, and I'm actually got somebody sitting behind me in a rocking chair just killing themselves laughing. Yes. And what they're saying is you need to do some housekeeping inside yourself in order for you to be able to recharge. Sometimes our batteries get so corroded and crusted over with stuff that it's hard to recharge them. So sometimes we need to do some internal housekeeping and then recharge our battery.
Yeah, sometimes we do. And then sometimes they're just not listening, no matter how much you talk to them. So you tell them in a very nice voice that if you guys don't start listening to me, I'm going to let you know it. And then they drop something on you. So be careful of how you word that. Who's in a chair, Sean?
I don't know. It's I wouldn't say an older gentleman, but it looks like an older grandfather type gentleman, or not quite grandfather type gentleman. He might be around my age, early to late 60s. So, and he's just sitting in the chair having a great time, laughing and giggling and saying, "Hey, you need to look after you."
Robert, she says. Probably.
I'm getting a nod. Yeah, I'm getting a nod on that.
Yeah.
So I would say yes.
So, Amanda, the borders were open. You're more than welcome to come clean my place if you really need to clean. But unfortunately, the borders aren't open. Heather
Hi,
Ross.
Lisa.
She wants to know, is his name Tom? Heather Ross. I think you mentioned someone for Liam. Or no, yes. Heather, forget that. I knew what it was about.
I'm getting a definite no on Tom.
Oh, I am. I'm getting a yes for Heather on Tom. Okay, so I think we've gotten everyone. And we're pretty well close to the hour mark.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pull one for Lisa.
Where's Lisa?
Right there.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Yes, you're one of my favorite people too. And I almost missed you. Yeah, that's what I thought, Heather. Oh, Lisa, new starts, new beginnings, emotional upheaval, but with it comes great changes. And with the great changes come more surprises, and everything begins to fall into place. And make sure you look after your water lines, okay, because you don't want anything freezing.
And I pulled for you the commitment card. And the message I'm getting from the other side, and it's quite a vast group, they're letting you know that the reason they sent the commitment card today is because of their commitment to you, because of who you are. They want you to know that on both sides of the veil, you are loved. And their commitment to you is to make your life filled with joy and happiness, and that they'll look after things on their side for you.
Okay, so I have a question. Is this the Lisa that I know too through you?
This is my Miss Lisa.
Okay, so Lisa.
Who looks after my life for me.
Okay, I'm hearing, the song, if you like it, you should have put a ring on it. So maybe your husband needs to buy you a new ring. So, because I'm hearing the song in my head, it's just going off like crazy. And I can actually see the Glee show that the young boy sang the song in. So I'm saying, tell him you need a new ring. Okay.
And Kathy, he's not talking about cleaning her house. He's talking about cleaning her. Hey, your camera grew a tail.
I know.
He's talking about cleaning her mental and emotional house.
Yes.
So that she can recharge her battery properly.
Oh, and she's rubbing up against the computer screen. So if you guys all go crashing, you know what happened.
Okay, that's Heather's Papa, Tom.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, and Amanda, he misses you too.
Yes. I think that's the one nice thing is that even though they're gone, they still can make that contact. And I really like that. So everyone, Jeanette said she was just going to, yes.
And thankfully, at this point, there's been no bands playing for this evening, and I'm kind of hoping to get through this tonight without, because it took me a whole week to get the music out of my head from last week and the week before. So I'm hoping that there's no bands playing this evening.
Well, the only band was the one I heard in my head. Well, Sean, I guess this is the end for the evening. So we'll thank everyone for joining us. Tomorrow will be Penelope and I at 6:30. And if you'd like to have a reading with Sean or a session with Sean, there his email Shean1960@gmail.com. And same with mine is over here, Darcy1999@hotmail. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a fantastic evening. And remember to take that minute tomorrow for Remembrance Day. And just remember those who have fallen, those who are still there, and those who are lost. May
And
love, joy.
hang
Go
on.
ahead.
And if anybody's out there who's listening who has served or is still serving, thank you. Thank you for your
Yes.
service.
Very much so. Well, everyone, have a fantastic evening. May love, joy, peace, and happiness find you in mysterious ways, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
See you all next week.